Hi, it's me, Uri Nayum, and I'm here playing my blood-sucking 9 to 5. Oh my gosh. Oh, I need to move over. I am too at the end. All right, ready? There we go. I wonder who made this game. I wonder. It is a friend of mine who made this game. About. There's nothing on about. Yep, my friend Max. Max is cool. So it's a visual novel remake of a Game Jam solo project that they made in February 2025. They have a free version. But hey, support my buddy. Max made this game. Max Morkson. I probably totally butchered their last name. I usually do. Amelia Dore Renpai. Return. All right. Return. Nope. All right, so we're just going to start the game. All right, I'm excited. So, I know there's a lot of different endings, and I'm going to go for one of the silly endings at the beginning because I can, and only I can stop me, and I don't feel like it. I don't want to stop me. So, let me fix one last thing. Oh my goodness, you need to be fixed. There we go. Are you going to behave now? Okay. All right. Let us play my blood-sucking 9 to 5. Start. Let me turn down the music a bit so you can actually hear me, but the music's pretty fire. The fluorescent lights on the ceiling light your office in a piss yellow. Good start. Your eyes burn from staring at the screen all day. Your fingers are cramping, and your back, well... Your back went through so much torture today. The Chavenya convention should probably look into it. You've been working overtime again. Yep, sounds about right. I love, like, the pixel art of a spreadsheet. That is so freaking fun. Oh no, it's my type of guy. Damn. Your name is James. Okay. You're just another wave slave typing his way in the shadows of a faceless, uncaring corporation. So being attacked by a vampire last year was a bit of a surprise. Those kinds of storylines usually fit better with a young protagonist with a tragic past and cool tattoos. And as you can see, Mr. James here does not look like he has a tattoo. Though, if this man has a tramp stamp, that would be freaking hilarious. Not middle-aged nobodies who idea fun is arranging their socks drawer by color and texture. Like I said, my kind of guy. Yet, here we are. Luckily for you, things haven't changed much since you died. Which is good. Sorry, I keep bobbing to the music. I'm like, this is like a jam. You never could digest Italian food. So you're already safe from garlic. Your office weirdly doesn't have any windows. So sunlight hasn't been an issue. Your boss says it's to avoid productivity loss due to wistful gazing out at the outside world. That is like such a true statement. Oh my god. I have not heard a more true statement. You suspect it's to stop you from jumping to your death and escaping the excruciating team-building exercise he afflicts upon you. Yeah. Oh yeah. I never want to have to go to Top Golf ever again with coworkers. Ever again. Anyway, life as an undead spawn of hell the pretty uneventful in general. You just need to remember to feed regularly. Yeah, like normal. Speaking of which, oh, your stomach softly growls. Alright, I love that, like, the little calendar in the back has a little fishy. There's a fishy. Alright, I love fishies. And this guy has, like, massive binders. I've seen binders this big, but usually it was, like, with people who had to print out things that were on Linux. For, like, manuals on how to do, keep running the machines in like clean rooms for microchips. You hunger. Going on lunch break. Work 5 more minutes. Oh, I just realized he's got a little toofy. He's got one little toofy. Alright, going on lunch break. There's no point in enduring starvation any longer. A few years ago, you wouldn't have left for a snack until your current task was completed. Nowadays, you're a lot less obsessed with work, which is probably good. I mean, it's not like work's gonna kill you. You're already dead. But nowadays, you're also a lot less alive. So far as you're concerned, you deserve a little bit of a slack. Besides, you know for a fact that hard work is only rewarded by more work being piled on your desk. Oh, so you're really good at this task that nobody asked for you to be good at? You now get assigned that task. Oh, you want more pay for that? No, it's not in the budget. So you might as well take your union-mandated break. You lock your computer screen and make your way to the break room. You're the only one left. Everyone else went home hours ago. Beige walls, blue carpet, the faint smell of cleaning products. There's a deliberate sterility to it all. An uncomfortable emptiness that pushes you to get busy and work, if only to fulfill the silence. Rows and rows of empty cubicles as far as the eye can see, like deserted honeycombs. You prefer it this way, actually. Who wants to hang out with the other bees? I know. I don't. As energizing as busy workplace can be, the sheer number of beating hearts crammed in one place can be. Oh yeah. I forgot about that. We're a vampire. Distracting. Staying away from everyone else allows you to focus on your work. Plus, less small talk you have to awkwardly navigate, the better. That is so true. Wait. No, you're not the only one left. I forgot the word. Vladimir, the office pet, is here. The boss plopped its tank by the water fountain one day and never checked on it ever again. You weren't exactly a fish guy, but ended up having to learn how to care for it. The little guy didn't ask to be brought here. It doesn't deserve to suffer. And reading on optimal water parameters turned out to be surprisingly fun. Hyperfixation! Good evening, Vladimir. You can't help but feel fond of the small creature. You like to imagine it likes you too. It doesn't seem to recognize you and comes closer to the glass whenever you pass by. Or maybe it does that with everyone. You haven't asked your co-workers. It's just nice thinking you might be its favorite. Its tank is clean enough, but you haven't fed it yet tonight. You could do that now, or do that when you get back to work after your break. Nope. We have to help other life forms first. Feed it now. You grab a pinch of fish pellets and drop them on the surface of the water. Vladimir wanders around trying to find them all. Cute. The music in this is freaking just... chef's kiss. Mwah. You watch it for a while as it swims around its fake plant wonderland. You can't help but feel a little envious. It's happy to exist in an artificial prison that is the tank is that it's 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 happy to exist in the artificial prison that its tank is. It doesn't understand that it's not surrounded. It doesn't understand that its surroundings are plastic, that this world is now suffocatingly small. It's just happy to simply exist, thoughtless and content. It sounds very restful. Your stomach growls. You probably should head towards the break room already. Your dinner is waiting for you. Alright. Bye, Vladimir. You hurry to the stairs, not letting yourself be distracted by anything else. I feel like I yearn for the spiral. The spiral calls me. I freaking love this image. Yes, the stairs. The main complaint you heard about your workplace, beside the lack of windows, is the location of the break room. To avoid sacrificing precious productivity-driven space, your workplace set it as a little out of the way. Which is to say, the basement. And to promote healthy habits and physical activity, the elevators have been deactivated. So, if you have a work homie that has something like a wheelchair or something else, they can't work here. Dan from HR quit on the spot when the boss told him that being a wheelchair user has no excuse for laziness. I think we are in America. You are pretty sure that wherever Dan is now, he's happier. Maybe you should have done the same thing. Maybe you wouldn't have turned into a vampire. Just quit and leave. However, finding another job would be a little bit more difficult for someone in your situation. You know. You know, dead. Dead, you know? So it's between you and the stairs now. You brace yourself and start walking down. Down. And down. And down. Oh, I'd hate having to walk back up. And up. No. There's no sounds here, but your own footsteps echoing against the wall. No background music. Just the diegetic sounds of your feet. Just you and the terrible, crushing realism that you achieved nothing worthwhile in your life. This game is making me think of my own job. No, I love my own job. My gosh. I've definitely worked jobs like this, though. You have no academic achievements. Oh, gosh. Coasting through school on the wings of mediocrity. You're no one. Just another wage slave amongst millions of others. Not incompetent, but easy replaceable. Like, honestly. Ugh. That is just too true. The amount of times I've been told, well, you're just a warm body. Well, if I was a zombie, if I was a vampire, that'd be more than just a warm body to do a job. Ugh. Useful cog. You don't even have a life outside of work. Okay, this... I feel attacked by this game. Max. You are attacking me with this game. Stop attacking me. Your closest friends only call when they want to complain about his girlfriend. Everyone you knew is getting married, having kids, going places. The world is moving on, and it's moving fast. And you're just there. It's like there's an invisible wall between you and everyone else. Try as you might, you'll never manage to break through. Sometimes you wonder if it's worth holding on. Maybe you should walk outside and watch the sunrise for the last time of your pathetic, undead life. Boop, boop, boop. Hey, you made it! Also very true. You know, those quiet moments of your life, you're just walking and doing something, and then all of a sudden... And that's enough of that. I have other things I gotta get done. The break room welcomes you with the comfy warmth of a walk-in freezer. As the buzzing of the dying light bulb and the constant roar of the aircon, very soothing. In a way, that makes sense. Nobody would want to linger here longer than necessary. In comparison, your cubicle looks like a downright homie. It's also enough to make you look forward to going back to your work. Your stomach grumbles like an angry badger. That was embarrassingly loud. Well, time to eat. You manage to convince a butcher to sell you some of the pig's blood he uses to make blood sausage. He thinks you're a freak, but you pay plenty on time, so he doesn't make a fuss about it. That's good. Pig blood tastes bad, but it's feeling. I wonder if it's like, what the normal non-vampire version of it would be for food, like, I'm trying to think. I don't know, like a very mediocre mac and cheese? Like, because mac and cheese can be freaking phenomenal, but even like bad mac and cheese fulfills you? That's what I'm thinking. Mac and cheese. You try to think about it as a protein shake. An unpleasant but healthy ordeal. You put it in the fridge, disguise this bottle of tomato soup, clearly labeled it with your name. You put it right in the middle. And yes, right. There. Oh, I do not see food. All right. Nope. The face. He's like, nope. Maybe you just missed it. Maybe somebody moved aside to store their own lunchbox. Yeah, of course. You must have just not noticed it. A rational, plausible explanation. Or maybe it turned invisible. There are things as vampires. So, invisible cans of pig's blood. So viable. An irrational, implausible explanation. You pull the door open once again, because it will change it. But the tomato soup bottle doesn't magically manifest back to the empty fridge. All right, thanks. It's gone. Just gone. Someone stole your lunch. Your raw pig blood lunch. Labeled with your name. If people knew about it, you could lose your job. And more importantly, you are so hungry. All right. Run back up the stairs to try to find the thief or look for your lunch in the break room. I really doubt somebody would have moved your lunch and not done anything with it. All right. Let us run upstairs. It doesn't take long for you to climb the stairs. Your mind is too blinded by panic to even notice the exertion. Cucumbles are just as silent as when you passed by them earlier. But you can smell coffee. Not the tepid sludge from the machine either. No. Hot, aromatic, expensive coffee from the outside. You know it's a long shot. Whoever's the coffee drinkers, they're probably totally unrelated to the thief. But outside of you going to check on a manager upstairs, you're not sure what else you can even do. Still, the sheer normality of it shakes you with all of your panic. You take a deep breath. But you're a vampire. Why are you breathing? Then another, why are you breathing? It's fine. You can fix it. Must be a learned behavioral thing. You just need to find who took your lunch. Yeah, that's it. That's all. Nobody came to scream at you, so the thief might not have opened the bottle yet. Everything is under control. Somewhat. Find the coffee drinker. Makes sense more to investigate what's right here first, rather than blindly wandering around. Whoever they might be, they may have a clue for you. You follow your nose to a cubicle identical to your own, although this one is closer to the toilets. I hope you're not going potty as a vampire. Do you want to be closer to the toilets? Hang in there, baby girl. Oh my gosh. Metallica! Or Metallic. Metallic! Blah. And some type of cute thing. The coffee drinker is a young woman you recognize from the last team building event you attended. You haven't talked much, though both of you prefer to keep to yourselves, but you remember her name is Karen. She hasn't noticed you yet. Her back turns to you as she nurses her cup of overpriced coffee. Her pulse is slow and steady. It's the middle of the night. There's nobody else in the building. We do not touch people. We do not touch people when it's at night because I know I would swing. Mind you, I wouldn't hurt anybody. but I would swing. I'd be like, ah. Say hello. Good evening. Oh, hello there. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you come in. Can I help you with something? Sorry for disturbing your work. You pause, feeling awkward. You don't think she's the thief. You spotted a takeaway box in her trash can. She has no reason to bother with plain, boring tomato soup when she has Thai food available. Besides, if she had tried the pig's blood, she'd probably be in a lot less comfortable state with you. Her mind not jump instantly to vampirism still freaky. She cocks her head to the side, frowning slightly as she waits for you to finish your sentence. Yes? Out with it already. You're weirding her out. I'm not great at communicating. I can see that. She glances at you, seemingly just realized that she's teasing a senior employee. You don't really care about ranks, and she doesn't know that. Before you get to reassure her, she coughs and schools her face into a more neutral expression. I mean, oh really? Her acting is great. You almost think she wasn't laughing a minute ago. Someone stole my lunch. Really? That's awful. I know our salaries aren't great, but still, stealing from a coworker? She looks generally angry on your behalf. We love a good, coworkers who are like, somebody stole your food? Let's go hunt them down as a group. It was just a bottle of tomato soup, but I'd like to find out who took it. I understand. It's a matter of principle. Stealing is stealing. Did you see anybody acting suspicious? I'm sorry, but no, I haven't seen anyone. I mean, I did see Mr. Cooper, you know, the cleaning lady. Or, sorry, Mrs. Cooper, the cleaning lady. But she left already. I don't think she would take anything from the fridge. No, I don't think she's the type either. With the hours you keep, you often cross paths. Oh, I just realized that's way too loud. Just save. I might be... Alright. Alright, I hope that doesn't record too loud. I'm still saving. Alright, hopefully things aren't too loud. With the hours you keep, you often cross paths with Mrs. Cooper. She's a bit surly, but she's always been kind to you. You can't imagine her taking anything from the fridge. Especially since Miss Cooper doesn't clean the break room often. You don't blame her. If you hadn't had to haul all the cleaning supplies up and down the stairs, you wouldn't do it either. Back to more pressing matters. If Karen isn't the culprit and she hasn't seen anything, And you don't still have a single clue. She is adorable. I like her little haircut, and I like her little under eyelashes. Well, thank you for your time. I'll let you get back to work. Karen hesitates as you turn away, ready to leave. Do you want me to help you look? You would? If it's only rational. 2 people would have an easier time combing through the building. She's not wrong. On the other hand, you are very, very hungry. Cheerful music. Da 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 da. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 dun 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 dun. And while you've never reached a point where you lost control, you're reasonably sure about to danger a human at this point. Karen can't be older than 25? She's a kid in your eyes. A highly a highly competent one at that, but still a kid. Staying near her when you're in the state, you would be putting her in harm's way. I can manage. But thank you. I appreciate the offer. You look like you're about to faint. She's not wrong. Your hands have a slight tremor from hunger. You're very pale, but that's probably more from being dead than from being hungry. Let me help. No, Your stomach gurgles once again. Loudly? Bum, 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 bum. I swear to God, I am just gonna hear this song when I am playing World of Darkness as a Nosferatu. And I'm just like, do, 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 do. I'm hungry. This is now hunger music. I love it. You try to remain dignified, but your composure is shattered. See, when's the last time you ate? A while ago. You don't even remember, do you? You fed yesterday, actually, but you don't need to drink blood that often. You're fine. Your stomach made itself heard again. Karen chuckles at your embarrassed expression and puts her hands on her hip. Let me assist you. Weird, she doesn't seem that interested in team building events. Yet she seems dead set on helping you right now. Oh, I keep burping. Pardon my language. My language. Alright, I gotta fix one last thing, because this is upsetting me. Like I'm too... Alright, that should be better. Or maybe she hopes that her senior in the company might put in a good word for her, since the time to negotiate raises comes. That was horribly read. Maybe she just really hates lunch thieves. Either way, she's not going to give up until she gets to help you. Unless you give her a proper reason. Alright, tell her the truth. Very risky. She might think you're crazy if she doesn't believe you. But if she somehow did believe you, that would be even way worse. You're dangerous now, sure, but not invincible. A simple UV lamp and you're cooked. Like a chicken. A simple... Oh. Oh, literally. That's a lot of trust to put in someone you don't know. Are you sure this is what you want to do about? Yes, tell Tyranny. I can't accept your help, I'm sorry. Why? This is gonna be insane. Tell me, I've heard it all. She snorts so confident, and then nothing you could tell her would shock her. Come on, James. You made her bed, lie in it, or tell the truth in it, rather. You take a breath and fancy her property. I'm a vampire. You bear her fangs, and so you can see properly. You brace for the screams and the accusations. Yes, I know that, but why can't I help you? Wait, really? She knew about your condition? James, you don't have a reflection. I love that. I don't? Don't tell me you didn't notice? To be fair, you never were fond of your own appearance. Okay, now I'm really getting called out. Maybe I'm a vampire. I was fixing my foundation and you didn't show up in my compact. It took a bit of research, but nothing else made sense. Now you feel like you're the crazy one. Are all young people like that, or is she a special case? So why can't I help you? You aren't scared of me? Of you? Of course not. Well, a little early on. But months went by. You never attacked anyone at the office. You were always kind to everyone in your, standoffish way. No offense. None taken. And then you fed Vladimir. I even heard you talk to it. I don't think a man that spends so much effort on a goldfish can be truly evil. I love Karen. I was kind of spooked, but you know, you're not a POS. You didn't think anyone else cared about the little guy. You feel warm. You feel understood. You feel like you belong. It's so crazy how such a small thing can be such a big change in somebody's life too. I also feel that. Like there. It's not something you're used to. I did consider buying a cross to ward you off, you know? Oh, those don't work. Really? Yeah, I'm not sure if it's because I was never a Christian. Or if it's because you need to be blessed in a certain way. But plenty of our coworkers have crosses for a necklace, and they never bothered me. I even walked by a church during my commute, and it never seems any better or worse than anything else. Huh, interesting. Well, I'm glad. I never had to use them then. Thank you for trusting me, I mean. Still, I prefer you to accompany me while I look. Why? My bottle of tomato soup is actually pig's blood. I haven't fed in a while, as you guessed. And my hunger makes me unstable. So, I would never forgive myself if I were to hurt you. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. She thinks about it for a second, and then she snaps her fingers, energized, all of a sudden. How about this? You upstairs to see if the bottle's there, and I'll look through everybody's cubicles. Okay. Karen is a real one. This way, you'll be away from me. We'll cover. This way, you'll be away from me and cover twice as much ground. She's never gonna let this one go. And it's not a bad plan. It doesn't cost anything to give it a shot. Alright. I don't care if you disagree. Oh. She clears her throat, embarrassed. Well, good. I'll see you later. Yeah, call for me if you find the bottle before I do. Well, that went better than expected. You make your way to the elevator. Promoting healthy habits and physical activity does not apply to the manager. If you have time to clean, you have time to lean. Oh wait, that's not the right saying. Alright, if you have time to lean, you have time to clean. Also does not apply to managers. Their elevator works just fine. I wonder why. You smother a pang of annoyance and press the button. Life's unfair. You're used to it by now. You walk into the office. Your steps barely make a noise on a tasteful gray carpet. The air smells of cleaning products and cheap lavender-scented spray. The two don't particularly mix well. While the open office feels less suffocating than the endless rows of cubicles downstairs. You'd rather die than trade away what little privacy you have for a mere elbow room. It's quiet, only the faint buzz of fluorescent ceiling lights disturb the silence. Nobody seems to be there. Not unexpected. It is very late after all. Is that a ficus? I know it's a type of plant. I don't know what it looks like. I'm in a space station. I only know some things about earth plants. I know there's like succulents and ficus and cactus and yeah. Who could possibly... Oh, here's our boss. It says big old bright letters. Bright letters. Ah, James, my boy, you finally made it. Your boss is sitting on one of the chairs, hand crossed in front of him. If you weren't aware of the time, you'd think it was your annual performance assessment. You blink, trying to get your wits back. Good evening. You know he likes to be involved and to micromanage everything, but he's the chairman. With his salary, he has to have a home to go back to, right? He's just not vibing here, right? I love this music. I'd expect you to be here so late, sir. No, I don't think you would. What is that even supposed to mean? I know, I keep messing around with the sound. Give me a minute. I think this was good last time. Okay. So tell me, James, what can I help you with? You realize how weird this must look to an outsider. Wandering alone at night on the floor you have nothing to do with. Come in, son. Don't just stand there on the threshold like an indecent cat. Indecisive cat. An indecent cat. There's a nude cat at my door. Sorry to intrude. My lunch seemed to have, been misplaced. I was hoping that maybe somebody had simply brought it upstairs by mistake. It sounds like a weak excuse, even to your ears. You're too old and too dead to find another job. In this economy, you're screwed if he decides to fire you. Oh, the pig's blood in the tomato soup bottle. Huh? I disposed of it. What? You heard me. I poured it down the drain. Questions throw your mind. Your head is swimming. What? Why? How? It wasn't a great way to conceal it, by the way. A thermo would have been a better choice. And James, pig blood? Really? I understand that you are fledgling. Hunting can be difficult, but you didn't even try to rob a blood bank? Even bags of plasma would have been healthier. I just realized that, he is a health nut. Like, in a lot of ways. Feeding yourself from an animal source only is a sure way to forgo the eternal life you were gifted. After I went through the trouble of selecting you. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Selecting you? The puzzle pieces fall into place. You were the one that turned me into a vampire? He's a Ventru! Yay, we know what kind of vampire James is. Because no Bruja in their right mind would be corporate. Well, I mean, I guess he could be Tremere. It depends. I don't know a lot of Toreador. That would be in a corporate office. Okay, so Malkavian. Hear me out. Malkavian or Ventru. I mean, Ventru is definitely hands down such an easy, you know, we have people that work in corporate. The boss is a Ventru. No windows in the whole building. Makes a lot of sense. Or we just have a really crazy Malkavian who's a health nut. You're the one who turned me into a vampire? He laughs, and you can see the glimmer of sharp fangs under his bushy mustache. Show me the old man vampire. Old man vampire on the bingo. Okay, I don't have a bingo for this. You must be dizzy with hunger if you're asking me questions with such obvious answers. Of course I did. For a second, you feel like you're going insane. Your boss is a vampire? Your boss is a vampire and made you into one. That makes a lot of sense, actually. You always felt like there was something wrong with the man. You know, most people don't survive a vampire bite. And amongst those who do, many go insane. Okay, so. Not Malkavian. Ventru. That's just you could have done so much better with your clan class. I had great hopes for you, considering how you strived in an active, hostile workplace environment. And I was right. You succeeded with flying colors. Strived is a strong word. You managed to keep your head down, out of the water at best. New young hires like Karen deserve a lot more praise, as far as you're concerned. It's hard having to prove yourself over and over again in hopes of being taken seriously. Alright, I'm going to stop right here just to say I freaking love the art style, the character models, the hands. The hands look so good. I need to practice drawing hands. Okay, boss, sorry. Now, you still seem terribly reluctant to feed properly. I understand that nobody is perfect. However, I give you plenty of time. So you should stop this little rebellious phase of yours before I lose my patience. Rebellious? You think this is the first time anybody called you that? A living doormat, maybe, but rebellious? I don't understand. Still playing coy? Of course, of course. I'll put it simply. I want you to consume blood. Human blood. What? No. You can feel your fists, your nails digging into the palm of your hands. Human blood? You can't say you've never thought about it. Sometimes that rumbling of your coworkers' hearts was a tantalizing siren song. A paper cut here and there were intoxicating. You struggled to resist it. Ooh, what is it? The Sons of Osiris. He could be a son of Osiris. Alright, I know, I like Vampire the Masquerade way too much, guys. Anyways, and you thought about it over and over, how it would feel to bite and maul and consume. Shame and guilt twisted your gut every time, but you thought about it. Even now, your mouth waters at the idea. You shake your head, clearing your mind. Nope, you may be a vampire, but you're not a monster. Ooh, he's got a high humanity score. You don't have to obey your impulses. You can be better. Your boss eyes crinkles and he laughs at you. I'm told it's normal for a fledgling to refuse to hunt at first. You open your mouth to protest and then he cuts you off. Of course, a vampire that refuses to embrace his powers should be cold. Cold? But I believe you can be taught. You open your mouth to protest, but your stomach rumbles with hunger. At least your body is honest. I arranged for a suitable prey to do overtime tonight. She should be here. Oh. She should be at her cubicle right now. She? Oh no, not Karen. We love Karen. We are not. Karen is friend, not food. Not all Karens, just this Karen. He means Karen. He gave her extra work to make sure you two would be alone so you'd attack her. You feel nauseated. He used her as bait, a worm on a hook for you to bite into. She's not even a person in his eyes, is she? He keeps calling her prey. Now that we're done with the chit-chat, let's not waste any more time. The night may be young, but I'm not. Go and feed. His voice lashes out at you. Your body jerks back to the floor towards the elevator. Oh no! He gave you a compulsory thing to do. It's like you're trapped in your own body. Yeah, when your sire tells the child to do something and you don't want to, they force you. Your muscles flex and your limbs twist without your input. A puppet held by invisible string. You dig your heels into the carpet and try to resist. But something powerful is compelling you, forcing you to obey. It's like pressure. Like an immense weight crushing your mind and your soul. making you slow, weak, pliable. Ignoring your will, forcing you to walk towards the damn elevator. And deep, deep down, you're aware that a small, shameful part of you wants to submit. Wouldn't it be nice? Just give in. Oh, just giving in. Not having to be careful all the time. Just letting go. Feeding. Still, you refuse and you resist. You manage to wrestle back the control of your legs just for a moment. You stop walking. I suppose it's only natural that you think you're the same as mortals, after spending so much time with them. But you're not one of them. We are not human anymore. You better stop this childishness, boy. Face the reality. This is our nature. Do you think lions play nice with antelope? How long do you think they'll survive grazing instead of hunting? There's a tug in your mind pulling you towards the elevator, towards your prey. You resist it. I can't believe you're still this stubborn after this long. Do you intend to starve to death? Torbert, 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 Torbert. What good do you think that'll do, It doesn't sound angry, just disappointed. And that's sadder. Stop this childish tantrum and go feed. Once more, your body moves against your will. You feel sick? I am not a monster. I'm not like you. Your boss snarls at you, eyes bugging with rage. Silence, Spawn. Your jaw shuts with an audible click. You keep defying me. Now, my boy, be very careful. I invested a lot into you, and you are replaceable. Even that girl I planned for you to hunt. She'd make for a decorative assistant at the very least. Okay. Not only is old man homie, like, a horrible... he's a vampire. Okay, I can look past that. But, like, he's a sexist vampire. He's not even giving Karen her flowers for being really good at her job. Like, middle finger to you, sir. Middle finger. Is the life of one insignificant prey worth throwing everything I've offered away? If you refuse to accept your destiny, I'll have to put you down. I am not above calling weakness. Oh. Not above calling weaklings. There's no place for those in my bloodline. You try to open your mouth to say something, anything, but it feels as your teeth have been glued together. But even if I were to spare you, you would be a pariah among vampires. You may be able to play house with your little morals for a few decades. Maybe half a century, if you're lucky. But then they will die and leave you behind, alone. Without a sponsor, you will never be accepted among immortal peers. Peers? There is many of us in high places, my boy. We are the shepherds of humanity, after all. Oh, definitely has been true. Is the sparing one pathetic human life worth an eternity of loneliness? With my help, vampire society shall open its doors to you. Community, a family, somewhere you belong. Doesn't that sound nice, son? So, I'm going to ask you again, and I want you to think about your answer very carefully. Will you submit, or will you die? The pressure that keeps you pinned in the place comes back. Pain flaring white hot in your skull. It feels like your head is splitting in two, like liquid fire is pouring down your spine, like you're dying. All right. Resist. We are not a monster. You already made your choice months ago. You may speak. Instantly, the pressure your jaw shut, release. Instantly, the pressure keeping your jaws shut, release. It is like it was never there in the first place. Your feet refuse to move. His will still pins you in place. The pain still binds you. He doesn't have to hurt you anymore, now that he has made his point. But he's choosing to do it. And that's the difference between the two of you, isn't it? Every day you had a choice to drink pig blood. He chose over and over again to inflict suffering onto other people. He hurts you because he knows he can. He is stronger than you. He is older, more experienced. You feel his power like you feel gravity. You have no chance to win. And yet, you take a step. How? You launch at him with all your might. You refuse to be crushed. You refuse to be used. Surprise only gets you so far. Ridiculous. He dodges your fist with a nimbleness you won't expect from a man his age. But he isn't just a man. He is an old man. I couldn't think of a good joke. He is a monster. You stumble as you try to turn around and strike him again. Your head spins, pain still throbbing between your temples. He keeps simply stepping to the side every time you try to strike. You've never ever been athletic, let alone a brawler. You've only ever wrestled with your own insecurities. You know it's hopeless. And you're not going to give up. You grab a chair and throw it his way. He bats it away like nothing. He bats it away like it's nothing but a dog's squeaky toy. Then he's on you. Max, how are you so good at hands? I will steal your hand power, Max. His hands close around your throat and he squeezes. Stand still. Your body freezes once again. You fight it. You are not giving up. You claw at his arm, at his face, and he just huffs in annoyance. You're like a toddler trying to overpower an adult. He clicks his tongue at you and sighs. That's a pity. Your ability to break free of my mind control without any training. What an exceptional talent. You had so much potential, and yet you had to squander it. He shakes his head slowly. Goodbye, James. His fingers dig into your flesh. Black spots start dancing in front of your eyes. You were a waste of my time. You knew this was hopeless. You don't regret struggling. Better dying as a man than living as a monster. Your moves get more and more sluggish as he keeps squeezing and squeezing. You feel yourself slowly fading. The vampire let go of your throat to look at the sharp piece of wood jolting out from his chest. It's Karen! This is the only time I will be so excited to see a Karen. Or this is our Karen. This is collectively the group's Karen. What is that? He slumps to the ground. Karen pants, her hands shaking as she checks you over for wounds. Are you okay? You shake your head, trying to clear your thoughts. No, you're not okay. You almost died. Again. But you saved me. Well, yeah, you've been gone for ages, so I got worried. And then I saw him strangling you. She kicks at the corpse of your boss. Well, ex-boss now. Karen barely even knew you. She's human, mortal, and still she charged at her boss, at a monster, without so much as a second hesitation. Get yourself a coworker that does that. Just to save you. Her bravery is worrying. She glares at the slumped corpse, giving you a wild... She glares at the stumped. This corpse is stumping me. She glares at the slumped corpse, giving you a while to gather your thoughts and to massage your sore throat. Can I ask you a question? Yes? You told me you had considered buying a cross. Not a wooden stake. Oh, I didn't buy it. I made it. Okay, we love Karen. This is our Karen. I found a good stick in the park and I realized it was the perfect size. Oh my gosh. I just had to sharpen it a bit. I love her. I love her. You know that's not the issue here. Obviously, I wasn't going to tell you I had one. That makes sense. But what if you've been dangerous, huh? You can't blame me for staying safe. She pouts at you, and you can't help but chuckle. And we still love James, too. No, I suppose I can't, can I? You're right, that was smart thinking. She beams at you, delighted by the praise. We probably shouldn't stay here. Oh, right. You reach out and pull the stick out of your boss's chest. He crumbles into a pile of dust instantly. Whoops. Well, that was convenient. You don't watch enough police procedurals to be sure if that'll be enough to hide Karen's involvement. It's probably fine. Karen gasps. You jerk up to look at her and instantly regret it as your head swims wildly. You almost lost your balance there. Take it easy. Shit, I forgot about the security cameras. I'm in such deep shit. You blink at her owlishly for a second before chuckling. What's so funny? Sometimes I forgot you haven't been in this company for long. There's no cameras here. I used to think that the boss was just cheap, but maybe he didn't want to risk being caught hunting his own employees. These are decoys. They don't link to anything. Basically, they're plastic toys. The blinking LEDs are just there for realism. Oh. She looks like she doesn't quite know how to feel about this revelation. We should grab our things and leave. Right! And find me some pig's blood. You both go back to your cubicles to grab your things. You all go back to your cubicles to grab your things. Can we take Vladimir with us? You fill a plastic bag with some water. Yay, Vladimir! He's coming with us. Yay! We're all getting out of here. Scooping the small goldfish in proves to be a little difficult. Takes some gentle coaxing from you and a lot of swearing from Karen. Still, through the power of teamwork, you manage to capture him. Look how cute he is, everybody. Look at the cute little goldfish. Vladimir is safe and sound in his plastic bag. You may already have a fish tank already waiting for him at home. You may or may not have planned to steal him if you ever were fired. You'll never tell. I love that. That's the only, like, bad guy thing he would do is like, I stole the fish. You step out of the building for what feels like the first time in months. The air is crisp and fresh outside. You take a second to take it in. At that time of night, the streets are empty. It's just the two of you and a little goldfish. So what do we do next? Before I continue, I love these buildings. Like in this area, these buildings are gorgeous. But you supposedly joining force to murder your boss does not create a certain bond between people. Bats. I love bats. Not sure. It's been a long time since you've looked at the pale moon. You rarely ever took the time to contemplate the world before. Oh, I know. First, we need to get you some blood to drink. You don't feel that hungry anymore, weirdly enough. Maybe your boss's presence made it worse. Still, you probably should feed soon. I buy pig blood from the butcher. It won't be open this late. That's fine. My flatmate raises rats to feed her snake. We can borrow some. Great. More rats. It's better than hurting people, though. Then after that, how about we open up our own firm? As a small business owner, we could work from home so you wouldn't have to deal with the sun. Oh, maybe we could open a blood bank so you can feed without biting anyone. As she leads you towards her place, she starts planning a future for the two of you, throwing hundreds of ideas. With her enthusiasm and your experience, you two will be just fine. Well, as long as the cats don't catch you. Oh. Well, as long as the cops don't catch you. Ending 1 out of 10. Freed from your chains. Credits go here. Yay! Oh my gosh. Okay. I love this game. My blood sucking 925. There were so many lines that were so painfully true, especially for when I was working at a more corporate job. I love it. The pixel art is so awesome. We love Karen. We love Karen. And we love James. James is adorable. Oh my gosh, it's so great. So I'm going to go ahead and put the information down below where you can play the game yourself. I'm just going to go ahead and play just one ending for now. All right. Thank you for watching this Let's Play, and I hope to make this more of a thing where I do Let's Plays for indie games that I like. Yay, support more indie. Support itch.io. Anyways, it's me, Uri Nayum, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye.